It's time for us to head to the Millewa Football League and also some netball results too. And no doubt he's been very busy, not just planting a crop out there at Werribee, but also running around on the footy field last week too, is our regular guest who brings it all to us every week, Matt Kelly. How are you, Matt?
Yeah, good play, man. A little bit sore after last Saturday. I must say, my pre-season hasn't been huge this year.
Yeah, just getting up and down the tractor steps, I think, was the pre-season, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's about it. So, we were just a little bit light on last week, so I helped out and came off the pine a few times.
Came off the pine. Some splinters perhaps from sitting there for a while, but good to have a look at what happened last week. And your blokes actually kept a very good side, Bamble. They kicked 10-18 to Werribee's 1-5 at the Mildura Senior College. I think that's a pretty reasonable result for you fellas, given the defensive action to keep them to just 10 goals.
Yeah, well, I guess so. They certainly kicked a big score the week before. I think they kicked 30-something goals. So for our boys to control a lot of the play and keep them to 10 was a pretty good effort. Certainly those people watching the game felt it was very competitive, just that we really struggled to put any scoreboard pressure on them.
And that's the tough thing, isn't it? When they're a very good side and you're in the middle sort of ground, you're going to find hard. Bradley Congress, you kept him to 3, Hurrell with 3. Who got the jobs there, and were they in the better players?
Yeah, certainly. A couple of our defenders, particularly Larry Petrolo, was really good down back. I think Congress actually spent a quarter in the back line, so they were. I did come up against him at one stage there, and I suggested if he did want to have a run at Werribee, we'd play him in the forward line full time. So I think he's thinking about that at the moment.
Oh, gee, there's a bit on then down there at Bamble. They'll be making sure they sign him up to the big dollars. Sam Foreman booted 2 for them. Your goal scorer was Kai Thompson. Colby Loxton and James Scutcheon, pretty good.
Yeah, both those guys go very hard. We had Colby Loxton has been. Came back for his first game for a long time, and previously when he played, he was one of our best players, and tough as nails. And he comes from bloodlines down Wormlang way. His father, Rocket Rodney Loxton, was probably as tough as they come from down that way. So always good having Colby back in the side, straightens things up a bit and makes the opposition have a little think.
Yeah, one of those Wormlang Lascelles cats from down that way, and great to hear of the family connections. Having a look at the other senior football, and poor old Meringur, it's great they put a side on the park. They kicked 4 goals, which 2 in the first and 2 in the second. It didn't get much after that because they piled them on at the other end from Cardross. A big win for Cardross.
Cardross will be a very, very tough team to beat this year. They've got a lot of depth, so and some goal kicking power too this year. So they'll be tough to beat. So hopefully Meringur can lick their wounds and front up this week and have a good go and hopefully improve.
Yeah, hopefully they can. Chad Nyland 9 and Damien Ford 7, 5 to Francesco Macelli. But what about this? Paul Amau booted 2, and Lucas Pettit and Josh Chidswell both a goal. Angus Sylvia, Josh Chidswell, Lewis Roberts, Jaden Taylor and Lucas Pettit played well. And Dominic Egmalesi Smith was good too. Liam Mertens and Damien Ford for the winners on the day. The other match, this was interesting because goal at home, the Hawks, they liked the night match. They got over Angelock 8-9 to 6-9 in a good game.
Yes, Golly are certainly enjoying the night matches, the first 2 they've had there, so a little bit of an advantage for them there, so they're using it nicely. The Nanji guys certainly have got some tall timbers, so they probably didn't enjoy the playing in the under the lights so much. So we'll be interesting to see what happens next time when those 2 sides front up in the daylight.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. The women's games, Werribee girls 9-11-65 over Bamble 3-3-21, and you've got a star player in your side in the ladies' competition. She does a very, very good job and was, again, high up in your better players.
Yeah, we've certainly got Loz Lowison was again excellent, as well as Emily Della played a super game. Emily got married recently, so it's probably the last time I'll call her as Della, but she certainly played really well. Also, for Bamble, Lola Madu, a young player, showed a lot of promise too. So that was, while the score was a bit of a margin there, it was certainly a very competitive and always a well thought out game between Bamble and Werribee.
It was, and I was thinking of another one of the good players, Gemma Johnson, kicked a couple, Harley Hards with 3, and Jessica Skating with 4. It was a good effort, and Douglas and Fielding and Zanoni with the goals for over the road there at Bamble. And in the other match, Meringur kicked 2 goals in the girls against Cardross 13-7. The girls get bragging rights there at Lake Colour-Lorraine over the fellas, because at least they didn't get drubbed by a 30-goal margin.
Yeah, the Meringur girls are going pretty well, so they're pretty excited about their form at the moment. So, they keep at it. The Meringur girls will certainly get a few wins by the time the season's end. So they're going pretty well, the Meringur girls.
Emma Bosworth, very good for them, and Sonia Newson and also Amelia Mitchell, and 2 goals to Amelia, and Talia Dolick with 5 goals to be the best player on the ground. Okay, let's head to some netball results, and you've got the Meringur Cardross results for us.
Yeah, we've got the results from last week. There's some really good games in the between Meringur and Cardross, so it's good to see those 2 sides nice and strong in the netball. In the A grade, it was a close one, 38-36 Meringa's way. So Meringur just got there with Tegan Pettigrew the best for the winners there. In the B grade, Meringur 22 were defeated by Cardi 25. So Madison Lambert, the best on court. C grade, Cardross had a win in that one, 34 goals to 27, with Skyanne Peterson judged best of court. And in the 18s, it was 49 Cardross, Meringur was 36, with Isabella Black the best player there. And lastly, the 15s was fairly one-sided affair, which can be sometimes. Meringur having a big win there, 46-5, and Mabel Walsh best on court.
Well done. And what about the Werribee girls and how they performed in their netting matches?
Yeah, the Werribee girls had a reasonably tough day of it, but there were some super games. I saw a fair bit of the A grade game last week, and there was only a couple of goals in it for most of that game. But Bamble broke away a little bit towards the end, winning by 8 goals. So that was a really good game, that one. So Ash Campbell was the best player for Werribee there. Just got the Werribee players in from these games. B grade, Bamble were again victorious there by 10 goals, with Tammy Edwards the best for Werribee. In the C grade, the Werribee girls had a win there. They're still undefeated. They won 32 goals to 20, with Ali Clark judged best there. And in the under-15s, the Bamble girls were too strong there by 10 goals, with joint best of fields judged there, Mia and Eliza Campbell. So, some pretty good games in netball there, so that was good to see.
Yeah, great. And thanks for the results from the Meringur and Werribee girls helping us out there. Let's go to footy again, and in the men's competition, the matches this week, we've got some beauties. Meringur head up to Nangelock. Might be a tough day for the blue and white Roos.
It will be a fairly tough day. There's usually, it's usually pretty tough going to Nangie. Once they chase the Kangaroos off the oval, it's pretty tough when the demons come out onto the ground after that. They're certainly building to be a pretty good side, Angela. So I think Meringur will certainly have their work cut out for them.
All right, Werribee will take on Goal. They tell me the bloke off the Pine who was doing the running could well be putting a Guernsey on if they don't turn up at the home game at Lake Colour-Lorraine.
Yes, that's highly unlikely, but I think he'll be wearing back on the fluoro again with the runners gig. But the Werribee guys have got a reasonably strong side in this week, so which will be good to see where Werribee's really at. And obviously Golly's form, they've won a couple of games and are looking pretty strong, but I really can't go past tipping Werribee on this one.
Oh, he's giving it to the Maggies over the Hawks. And what about Cardross, the match of the round, the 2 top sides, Bamble versus Cardross in a thrilling game at Cardross?
Yeah, this will be a very good game. It'll be a real test for the Bamble boys, I think. Cardi are running on top of the ground at the moment, and they've got lots of leg speed and lots of goal kicking power. So I think it'll be a really interesting game. Bamble have got some good marking options and move the ball well around the park. So it'll be be a super game, but I think Cardi might just nudge them out in this one.
All right. Well, a couple of pointers out of our talk tonight. That is that the Meringur Kangaroos might be cleaned off of the Nangilok Oval. And the second one I'd throw to you is that you've got till June 30 to get to the Bamble Star Congress over the line and into black and white. If that's possible, Matt Kelly?
It's a challenge, but I might come up against a bit of opposition from the opposition recruiters at Bamble. But no, it's always worth just putting it out there, and they can only say no.
They can, and I reckon there's a good chance that it will be a no. But I tell you what, it was good to get the netball tonight, and great, Matt Kelly. I'll let you get back onto the tractor and get another 1,000 acres of land under sowing, and you have a good weekend at the footy.
Yeah, great. Thanks, man. Go Pies.